And
Okay.
we are live. Hello,
Yay.
guys. Good
Hi.
morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's us ladies again. I hope you're not tired of us because we are going to be always here.
Sorry now.
We'll always be showing up on Saturdays or any other day. Here we are again, the 3 months. And I hope you're having a lovely Saturday. And I hope as I usually say, I hope you're taking care of yourself and I hope you're making yourself a priority. But anyway, before we start and I go to so much talking, I'll let my friends introduce themselves. Let's start with Betty.
Hey guys, ladies, good morning from the UK.
Yeah.
It's Saturday morning here. You guys are almost sleeping, but I just woke up myself. Good morning. My name is Betty. I'm a mom of two, and I'm also a wife. Originally from Kenya, and as I said, I live here in the UK. Yeah, it's great to see you again, ladies. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
You too.
And to my other lady friend in all the way in South Australia.
Hi everyone. Habari zenyu popote mlipo. My name is Priscilla, and you're watching this on my page, Mapenny and Co. My name is Priscilla Ngasha, and Mapenny and Co is the page where you're probably watching this from. Poleni, I'm losing track of myself. I live in South Australia. I'm a mom of two girls, and I'm also a school teacher and a wife. And on top of it all, I'm a digital business owner. And we're here today to share some of our experiences with you. So stay tuned and watch us. Thank you.
Thanks, ladies. And as for me, my name is Shiro, or also Priscilla. Sometimes it gets confusing, so we try and say who is who, so we don't confuse the Priscillas. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm also a mom, a wife, a business support officer, but currently on maternity leave. And I'm a successful digital business owner and proud to be one. And I am where you're watching me from. I'm actually in the Australian Capital Territory. That's where I am right now. And I'm happy to be here again, to catch up with my lady friends and to, come and talk to you guys about all this. Maybe some of you are actually joining us for the first time, maybe watching us for the first time, and people are wondering what we do. I'll just pass on to Betty and just a little bit about what we do, so that those new people who are going to be watching us, they can at least understand where we are coming on with the topics.
Okay. Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you, Shiro.
It's all right.
Yes, we've got two Priscillas in this. We try to because I'm sorry. I bet the viewer is like, "Who, Priscilla? Which one is Priscilla?" But yeah, both of them
I
are.
know.
But we try to call our host today Shiro, so just to differentiate that. So yeah,
Yeah. All right.
thank you for the opportunity. Um, so basically, for myself, I have been in the business for the last 5 years. I just hit 5 years on 8th of April this month. And just like yourself, you guys who are watching us, I was looking for something to either supplement my income or fire my boss because of all the other reasons that everybody else has. You want to spend more time with your family. The money is never enough. Your income is never enough. You're stuck in that cycle of 9 to 5, or or rather, the biggest thing for me is you're living on someone else's terms, which unfortunately 99%. We usually say 97% because the 3% of the world population is the people who we say how the other half lives, but they're actually only the 3%. So 97%, we are stuck in that system where we have been bribed. I like to use that name. We have been bribed by the end of month wages to think that, oh, we can be comfortable because at the end of the day, I'm getting paid. But guys, there is more to life than just being employed. In fact, when you're employed, you are building that other someone else's empire. But how about you do something that you can actually be building your own empire? And that is where we are all coming from when we saw this business. But it couldn't be easy for us if we didn't have the system, or rather the community that is behind all this. So what we usually do in our business is we invite everybody, all walks of life from anywhere in the world, because our business is global. Come and join us to do this business, whereby we help you to set up and start a successful online business. A successful online business. The online business is not how you, I don't know if you guys think about it the way I was thinking about it before, where you just post something on, I don't know, marketplace on Facebook because you're trying to sell it. It has got so much more than that, whereby when you understand the systems, when you understand when you understand the reason why social media was built or started in the first place, then you will understand it is much more than just posting something on marketplace or your area, the sales in your area. We have the business managers at the back end. We have got the system that are doing all the works for you. And what our business has done is, apart from providing you with training and marketing tools, we also give you the system. That system is the one that is allowing you to not bother your family and friends. Yeah. I always say this: if you're looking to become rich or to make an empire, to make your business successful by targeting your family and friends, if anything, by the time you finish with it, you won't have the business, you won't have the money, and you won't have the friends. Yeah. But because of this, our system, we have been able to go far and beyond and way past our friends and family or the people that we know to bring us the people who will resonate with us. By resonating with us, I mean people who are or have been in the same pain that we have been in, and they are trying to look for change. So that is what we do, and that is what our system goes and brings us those people who are connecting, or they have got painful pasts or painful things in common with us, and now they are trying to make the changes. And then obviously after that, we don't allow you to do the business on your own. Think about everything that you have tried, even sometimes going to work and you're trying to understand your role. But sometimes you find yourself alone because maybe everybody else is busy. Or if it's the business, it's whereby they think they have given you all the training materials and they just let you crack on. In our business, we always say, just like the Liverpool motto, we say, you never walk alone. There is someone there always to work with you. I don't know. You know what, Coach Betty, I'm trying to do this and I am a bit stuck. Hey, my mentor, where are you? Please, I am not sure about this. There is someone there who is always there to help you to go on and not to make the mistakes that they have done in the past. We also have a community of over 200,000 members, and this community is also there to help you grow. You know, maybe sometimes your coach or your mentor is away, or maybe you just want to catch up and to get to know everybody. I always say that in our community there is someone in every country where you
Yeah.
can go find somebody. People do drinks out because they realize, oh my God, you live like just about 5 miles away from me. Why can't we guys move? Like here in UK, we always meet in Manchester or London because we are so many. So you're not just coming into a community where we will be told you go and crack on with your business. You're coming into a community where it is a family that started in 2016 and we all try to do together, try to be successful together. So that is a very brief thing of what we do in our business. But as I said, you don't have to beg your family and friends. You do not have to beg anybody to join because the system will make sure that it is bringing you people who will resonate and connect with you because both of you have got things in the past that has made you to be, or rather the things that are in common, they are the pains. So welcome and thanks for giving me the chance to explain. Thank you.
Thanks, Betty. Thanks, Betty. I hope for those joining us or watching us for the first time, you've heard what we do. And don't worry, your host is already in. It's already 20 to 8 here. So don't worry with the colorful outfits. I'm wearing my pajamas, which because I have toddlers, they have
Yes.
animals on them and they make them happy. So that is why I'm wearing these ones. And if you hear any noise, please pardon me. I've got my little one here. And anyway, this business we do it with the little ones, which is the best thing about it. It doesn't limit you. So, but anyway, so what we're going to be doing for the next lives for our viewers, we're going to be answering some of the questions that we actually get from people and try and discuss what people ask us. And if you feel free to comment, feel free to give us suggestion, feel free to ask us more questions. We do not mind answering them, and that is why we do this live. So for today's topic, we're answering one of the questions, which is, do you work hard in your business and what are the hours? So I'll start off by saying, I think every business, even for us who are actually employed, we have all those hours we signed up on our contract, whereby you're either supposed to work 8 hours, 7 hours, some people go into 12 to 14. I've had people say that they work 12 to 14 hours, which is, for me, I'm like, oh my God, that's very crazy. but it's there. It's there. People do that. People work for all those hours. And but in our business, because this is your own business, you are your own sole proprietor of this business. You're your boss, you're a CEO. How many hours do we work? That is dependent on you. What drives you? What is your biggest why? Why did you decide to find a plan B? Why did you decide that I want to do something different to what I have already? So for us, for the many hours, however hours we work for me personally, it's upon me to decide how many hours I work, because for me, I work when the children are asleep. When my kids go back to my kids go to sleep and the rest of my family go to sleep, it is such a nice, peaceful, quiet time. Sometimes I'll work for 2 to 3 hours or even 1 hour, because that's enough to answer people's messages. It is enough to schedule my on my business page. It is enough to do what I need to do, but I have to have the discipline to be able to make enough hours for my business, because my business is my baby. Because it's just like taking care of your children. The moment you decide that you want to start something, you have to see it from the beginning to the end. So for me, because I want to see myself prospering and myself getting the what I wanted out of this, the hours that I work for is according to myself. I make most of the time, I will make at least 2 to 3 hours a day, and it doesn't have to be continuous. I can break them. I can do 1 hour early in the morning. If I wake up early in the morning, I can do 1 hour in the afternoon when the kids are asleep, and I can do another hour in the evening. So yes, we do have hours that we work, and we do work hard on our business, just the same way that you wake up every morning at 5:30, 4:30, 6:30, 7:30 to go and build another person's empire. It's the same thing that we do in our business. I do have to work hard, because this is mine. This is my empire. This is my children's empire. So why shouldn't I put enough effort and hard work on it? So we have to do that. And yes, we do work hard. We do work hard in our business, and we do set our own hours. And that's the beauty of a digital business. You don't have a contract signed with anyone. It is you to sign a contract with yourself and with your business and tell each other, I'll be giving you 1, 2, 3 hours to do on it. So I'll just get Priscilla. I don't know what you think about it.
Yeah. And that's a question that I got. I think it was a few Sundays ago, and I got a call from a young couple, Kenyans wanaishi hapa Sydney. Na wakanipigia simu, and I think that was one of the questions that they asked me. Walikuwa kwa simu bwana na bibi, wakaniuliza, Masaya, hii biashara ni gani? Because the gentleman said he's looking for something, kitu anaweza fanya jioni, saa zile watoi wamefika. Afu najua life yoku majuu si kaa ya Kenya, ati jioni mzee anaweza sema, I've gone for drinks with, with the boys, ama bibi ndio ameenda chama nini. It's a bit different. Ukiwa home, uko nyumbani, ni wewe na watoto na familia. So he did notice that kuna lapse ya time hapo. Mnafika, watoto wamekula, you have a few hours, between 7 na watu kulala, you find you have some time there. And that was the question. Niko na hii masaa na nataka kitu naweza fanya in that time. So one of the questions that he asked, is this a job? And I was like, no. It is not a job. You're not salaried. We are so used to having jobs. It is a business. And for him, and not just for him, he wanted to know exactly when do you put in the time. And that is exactly it. It is the hours that you find within your day. That is when you put in the time. And I gave him an example of myself. My times have been different through the years. When I started, I used to do it during the day. I used to have a breastfeeding little kid. So akilala au mwingine alikuwa shule, saizo ndo nilikuwa nakaa mezani na laptop. Nilikuwa na like maybe 1.5, 2 hours. In fact, nilikuwa na cast. Like, how you can cast from my phone. I used to cast from my phone, and then I cast it to the TV. I cast the learning content, my learning of what the business is about, what I need to do. I put our learning topics on my phone. I cast it to the TV, and then I sit on my laptop and I implement. And that was what I did. So I would watch from the TV and then implement and then pause on my phone. And that for me, those were my hours. And I kept consistently maybe 1.5, 2 hours every day at the very beginning. But I also remember at night during that learning phase, because it was a new skill I was learning, usingizi hata haikuwa inakuja, because I was having so many ideas and you're thinking, what can you do? How can you implement A, B, C, D? Unajua ni biashara na ni yako na ni wewe unataka kuifanya ndio, ujiendeleshe hapo so that you can better yourself. So sometimes even at night I would, when obviously mtoto mdogo akiamka kunyonya, unakaa hivi, unaingia kwa simu, unaandika some ideas down. So that was so good, as in, I mean, the flexibility of it all, the fact that you don't physically have to go somewhere and your hours are yours whenever you can find them in your day. It's very, very important that you do that. And Shiro, I like one thing you've talked umeongea about desire, because you can open a business, even a physical duka. Unaweza fungua duka lakini hauna motisha, you hire someone to be going there to do the work for you.
Yeah.
But now with a digital business, you know, the desire is very important. When you've got a business, you have to think about what you're doing, and that is what will keep you going and keep you opening your virtual duka each and every day, or as you need it. Another thing to mention about the hours is now my hours are changing. Now that my kids have become older, honestly, like today, they're sleeping in the morning. Hawaamki mangware vile walikuwa wanaamka asubuhi na mapema. So I'm finding myself, I have an hour in the morning before the house wakes up. I usually now wake up. I've gotten to the automation phase, and I wake up and I check messages from people who are wanting to find out, get more information, get learning content. And that's when I put in those hours. Watoi wamelala asubuhi, naamka kahawa yangu, laptop ama simu, I reply, I check, I get on social media because we utilize social media for our digital businesses, and that works for me. So that's some of the time I do it. For me, my favorite part, honestly, hands down, is when I'm with the kids in the park. I love that because hawanisumbui, wanacheza huko na mimi nikiwa kwa simu yangu, I'm not just mindlessly, sifanyi ati kuangalia kidole nikiatika. That's not what I'm doing. I'm working, catching up on emails. So I cannot stress how much I love that flexibility. Because, I mean, my God, how awesome is that you can say you're actively with your children, wanacheza, mtu akikuita unaweka tu simu kwa mfuko, you go help them out with whatever they want, come back, and you go on. If it's a phone call, I love that flexibility of the hours. Let me say that. The hours are flexible.
True. That's true. Which is, I mean, as we said, the best time for you is when you have the kids, because they're doing the best thing that they want to do. They're doing what kids meant to do. So for then you have the time to answer them, and even answering that one email or even that one inquiry is a job enough. It's a job enough, because that's you can say you've done something for your business. Thanks for that, Betty. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, so you guys have covered you've covered the bit where, and I like how you guys have gone around it, because obviously we have so many moms and so many people who are juggling between parenting, being wives, and being in work and moms and working at the same time. But for me, let me take another different direction, and it's a shame because Tracy is supposed to be with us today, but she is not because she's got other commitments. But Tracy is a genuine example for us people who live here in like the diaspora guys, because we all tend to be somehow we all tend to drown or like to have the same challenges here. So Tracy is from Nigeria, She's a mom, she's a wife, she works, she's a nurse, and she also studies. I think she's completing her master's or her degree.
Yeah.
That's what. But Tracy, nothing stops Tracy from doing other things like still doing her business. Why? Because for me, I feel like when you really, really want something to do to work, when you really, really want something to, you will do anything, whatever it takes for it to work for you. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. You know, people like some of the most successful people in our community. If I give you an example with someone like Franco, when Franco saw this business, at the time he saw the business, Franco was doing 3 jobs. He was Franco used to work for like 15 hours in a day. He used to work from 6 all the day, almost 10. So what was happening there with him is that if Franco went to his mentor and said, Michelle, I swear to you, I do not have time. I don't have any time left. And I it's because his reasons were very, very genuine why he didn't have time. But guess what he used to do? Every second he gets, I don't know, he's gone for a toilet break, or he has gone, or he's walking to somewhere.
I know.
Take his phone and check, oh my God, who asked me the question? Who is inquiring about the business? Oh, I have not posted today. Go on the training and check this. It may sound bonkers, but that is exactly what we do in this business. Because when you find this business, you find your time freedom. Okay, you're being given your time freedom, whereby you are able to do your own hours. But not just that. You know, when you're employed, and it's a good thing that the person asks you, is this a job? When you're employed, they expect you to be there without doing anything else. But with this one, because it's your business, you are the one who is dictating your time. Okay, I've got 30 minutes now for my lunch break. While I'm eating, I will reply to a few people. I am going to the toilet. When I'm doing my business in the toilet, I will reply to a few people, or I will check this thing on the training. Our business is just and exactly about that. It is not about, even when I say to people, for me, I do like 1 or 2 hours in a day, or maybe if I'm doing like coaching course, sometimes it could be a little bit longer. But sometimes people tend to think, so yesterday you sat down for 4 hours. No, it was not 4 hours. It was 1 minute here and there. 1 minute of when I'm going upstairs and somebody. When I'm cooking, I'm listening to our mastermind. When I sit down for a bit, I talk to somebody who is maybe maybe I'm on maybe I am driving. All that time is what we put together, and it becomes 1 or 2 hours for you. Sometimes it could even be less. I always say, no matter how small your steps are, or your time is less, as long as you're making those small steps, as long as you are doing something, that is still a progress. That is still a progress. And that is why you see people still become successful in this business, even though when you hear about their schedules and when you hear about what they are up to every day, you might tend not to believe it's true. But the truth is that we are our own bosses. From the word go, we want you to come in knowing that you are your own bosses. How much do you want this? Yeah, I was just telling Tracy here earlier on before she left. I was telling her the first thing we do when we wake up is look at our phones. What do you do when you do the first thing you do? What do you do when you look at your phone? You go straight to Facebook. Sometimes I don't even look at time. I go straight to Facebook.
I know.
You start scrolling. You start checking out. You start. I don't know. How about you make it more intentional? Yes, I am on Facebook, but I am checking on my inquiries. Yes, I'm on Facebook. I'm checking how is my ad doing. I'm checking on my insights. Let me, instead of checking on Facebook because I don't have anything there going on. Let me go and check on our training. Let me go and check. Oh, there was a meeting yesterday. What did they talk about? You're still in bed. I know what we do before we drag out of bed. We take ourselves like 20, even 30 minutes. Sometimes I even get my phone for a whole hour before I get out of bed. Make it intentional when you're doing that. And before you know it, people will ask you, how was your day? Oh, my day was good. I started at, I don't know, however, time you woke up, started at this time, and I made this much money for my business. Because for me, I always say, when every time you're looking at something related to your business, you're planting a seed. It might not seem like so at the time, but you're planting a seed. You know, we were just talking about our masterminds. People go there and they share a lot of things. People go there and they say they give us golden nuggets. Did you go and check what that somebody was talking about on Wednesday night? Yeah. Even though you don't have to go to go all the way because maybe somebody was talking about, I don't know, advertising on YouTube. Did you go to hear what they were saying? Maybe they were talking about how did I leave my job? How did I fire my boss? Did you go and listen to that? All those small things that you're doing at that time, it could be 2-3 minutes here and there. So always try to do that because I want people to know that when I say 2 hours or 30 minutes or 5 hours, I'm not telling you to sit down now and don't go to the toilet, don't even have a break when you're doing it. Your 6 hours or your 2 hours could be. I was just telling you guys, I was doing Amazon delivery. I used to have my direction man. There's a system where Amazon have where the direction will be given to you, accordingly. I used to have one of my phone on one side, on my watching the guy telling me turn left and your next drop of his here. And on here, I used to have my other phone with my masterminds on. And I'm listening. I'm listening to our maybe the host or whoever is on panel at that time. That is you can do that if you love. You can multitask.
Yeah.
I have seen people. I've been in cafes and I have seen people with their laptops, or even on a train, people on their laptops because they are working. It could not be necessarily their business. It could be they have to log in because they need to continue working while they are going to their journey to London or whatever. They are still working for that company. So for me, it all goes down to how much do you want this? How much do you want this? How many times do you wake up in the middle of the night and you're thinking, oh, what do I do now? What do? You pick up your phone and you start going on TikTok. How about you use those 10-15 minutes before you go back to bed and check something that's going to be helpful for your business? So for me, it's not about, we are not restricted to how many hours. We are not restricted to when. People ask me, how long do you take to do your training? Again, it all goes down to your own will, according to your own schedule. We still, even though we want you to fire your own boss, it's not going to happen immediately.
No.
And before it happens, please use the little time you have to implement. Use the little time you have to make sure that you're still taking part in your business. Because for me, I always say this, and for me, I would say I'm selfish a bit because I am like, if I can stay in work for 7, 8, 9, 10 hours working for somebody, really, can I not have 1 minute of my own? One minute to check on my business
for yourself? Yeah.
Do that for myself. Something that is gonna help me now to get away from this job that I've been employed. And every time I ask myself that question, I find myself running back to my phones and to my laptop to check on my business. So for me, it's live in your own terms. Give yourself time to grow. But make that every time there to cover your business.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I think you've pinpointed a lot of things there. And the funny thing where I was laughing when you spoke about Franco, I think all of us in the business, we know Franco. I used to laugh when he used to say that whenever he was in the toilet, he used to have his phone and and I was like, I used to say, I hope that phone, he takes care of it because that is where his business was. He doesn't want to drop it in the toilet. But if you look at him right now, he's boss free. He no longer has those 3 jobs. And the other time he wrote and said he woke up one time just scared and in a panic, thinking that he's missed his alarm. And then he remembered, oh, I don't report to anyone. I report to myself. And he went back to bed, And as you said, Betty, you have to be intentional. You have to have an intention. Like most of us, as we say, always on our lives, we say that most of us, we look at our phones to find out what is Betty doing? What restaurant did Priscilla go to this time? Things like that. But then we don't think beyond, checking up on people. I'm not saying it is bad to check up on people, no, because most of us in diaspora are so far away from our friends and family. And even those back home, they're far away from us. So we need to check up on people. But then you also have to be intentional of that you have another purpose where you're checking your phone. And what purpose is that giving you? And as we said, also have the desire. And I always say, every time I think people, when you watch my live, I usually say at the end of it is just remember to love yourself and remember to take care of yourself. So most of the time when you're doing this, like when you're asking your time, you are telling yourself that I have to have this time to take care of my business. You're taking care of yourself. You're taking care of your children because you're thinking about your future and what the future holds for you. Right now, the world is just a crazy place. Things happen. Things that we don't think are going to happen. And then you're just left at a standstill and what to do next. But if you have something that can keep you busy, something that can help you, keep your sanity, something that can keep you going, then why not work on it? It doesn't matter how many hours you do. The other day, Betty and I was up at 5:30 a.m. We were doing a call with one of our mentees. And then I told myself I could have gone back to bed, but I didn't. So I just took my laptop and did whatever I would have done that night. I did it that morning because the family was still asleep and it is still quiet. So those are the hours that most of us make. It is your personal decision. It is your decision to say, this is my business. I started this because of A, B, C, D. It is mine. As much as I put work for my employer, if you're employed, I need to put work for something that belongs to me.
Yeah.
And work hard on it. Have faith in yourself. Pray for it. For us, we pray for everything and we ask for guidance and we ask, for things to be blessed. Pray for it. Always ask for help. And just, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. And because it's funny, I'm going to say this. We've been watching the movie. I think all of you know the movie Sing. The movie Sing with Buster Moon. I think I've watched that movie for 20 minutes and sometimes I find myself cooking and singing the songs or sleeping. And before you sleep, you're singing those songs because of my toddler. But Buster Moon says, when you find yourself down there, when you've hit rock bottom, there is no other place to go other than up. So when you're down there, when you're hitting rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go because you've already hit rock bottom. Yeah. So as Buster Moon says in the movie Sing, the other direction you need to go is go up. So as we say, yes, we do work hard in our business, but we all are different people. We all have different scenarios. We all have different lives. So we do make our own hours. I don't know if you ladies have anything else to add or to just finish it up. If anyone wants, a final shot.
I do. I've got a few pointers here. I'm going to try to keep it short. Okay. So I think on the topic of the hours and what are the hours, another thing to add on to that is that when you start a digital business and when you start a digital business with us, you let us mentor you to start a digital business. Do teach how to build an online presence, and that's why we talk about having a phone or a laptop, because part of the job and also part of in being able to maintain and keep hours, we teach you how to maintain an online presence. We teach you how. Labda huyu hataki kukula. Leo tunakula late. We teach you how to build and maintain an online presence. And that's why we've talked about Facebook. We've talked about being on your phone because it's where you do your digital business. We use social media to we use because I've just received a message from someone asking, what do you mean by Facebook? And we don't just use Facebook, we use whatever social media platform you can think of and you're comfortable with is what you could use. Like, I mean, you could use Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest. The list is endless. TikTok, whatever social media outlet you are comfortable with using and working. Yeah. I think that's a little, not nugget, but yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it does make sense. We also have LinkedIn, which is
Yeah.
a lot of people use a lot of LinkedIn. Employers check you out on LinkedIn. So yeah, that's true. I mean, you're there, you're not alone. And as Betty said, you do never walk alone. So we are all together in this, and we all want to see each other succeed. Nobody wants to see their friends or their families or anyone just not able to succeed. We want to see each other succeed. So we are here to help each other. I don't know if Betty, do you have something to add or just a final shot to hit the nail on the head?
Yeah, for me, I would say it out loud, unapologetically. When you love something, you will find time for it. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter if you're like Franco, you're sitting in the toilet doing your business, or you've just woken up, you still can't see properly. Whatever it, when you have interest in something,
You
you
find
can.
it.
Priscilla, that day when we were having that coaching call, you could have told me, oh, Betty, I have a small baby, I breastfeed her. You could even have texted me and said, it was such a bad night last night, I couldn't wake up. But you didn't. It is when you love what you do, I always try to tell people, try and treat this business personally, and with so much respect, and let it have importance in you, so such that you will have like those butterflies you need to have when imagine when you meet your partner. Okay, vibrating and you're sleeping, you will wake up thinking, oh my god, I'm exactly what did he say to me. Yeah, have that kind of craziness,
Yeah.
because when you do, it's really gonna work for you. It's gonna, when we wake up in the morning, I am excited to pick up my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I've got two phones, guys. This is my business phone. And every time I wake up, the first thing I check on this phone is my messages on my social medias and my emails. Like today, I woke up to a lead, someone who left me last night, and they watched the webinar. They are in the business. Those are the things that are exciting me right now. And it is only because I have now realized there is more to social media than to wanting to see, what did Priscilla wear yesterday? Has she got a new car? Has she got a new this and that? For when you make this when you whatever you're making a priority is what's gonna work for you. And making something a priority is just basically means that you're investing time in that, whether it is 10 minutes, whether it is 2 seconds. That is whatever you're working for is what's gonna work for you tomorrow. And that is why you see so many people are stuck in that 9 to 5, because imagine they have given all that time to somebody. But we are telling you, we know that people don't have 9 to 10 minutes more to do us an extra business. That's why we have a system. So give it a few times, give it a few minutes, a few hours here and there, let the system do its work. So for me, it all goes down to whatever you love and whatever you
Yeah.
want it to work for you. You are gonna try and commit to it no matter. Nobody can tell me they don't have 10 minutes to work on it. I know it
That's true.
sounds wrong, but it's true. Tell me I don't have enough time to work on it. You do. You do. Go sit down and check on your, like now I see on my phone every time I make steps. Sometimes I'm like, did I walk that much? But it's the same with everything. Go make your schedule and time and check. From this to this time, I was cooking, or I was cooking with my children. Then there will be a time lapse of like maybe 40 minutes where we are just sat down and watching what, I don't know, the news. You are watching what's going on in Japan, what's going on in Dubai. You even texted your friend, "Are you guys okay? Are you drowning? OMG, da 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 da." Use that time to work on your business, because it is way much more important. It might not seem like it's gonna help you now, but as I said, everything you do about your business, you're planting seeds. So for me, it is about whatever you love, you're gonna work for it. It's just like how you work on your marriages, how you work on your health. It's the same. It's the simple and easy and not an easy discussion, but it's a true fact that whatever you love, you're gonna work for it. You're gonna make it a priority. So
Mm.
guys, go for it.
Thanks, Betty. That's true. Make something that is not the usual a priority in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Priscilla, do you have a passing shot for our viewers?
Yes, please. Sorry, I was just going to say the hours are up to you. I think I'll piggyback on what Betty has said. You know, there's nothing linear. You cannot, after working 8 hours or 14, 15 hours, find more hours to do your business. You have to be smart. You have to be smart and think and work smart. Actually, in Africa Majuu, kama uko Majuu, and you're out here and you're just hustling your 2, 3 jobs, it is not enough. You have to be smarter than just that collecting of a check. So the time when you are driving to work, from work, headphones in, or maybe you're on the bus or you're in the train, that's when you do your business. For me, I do it when I'm walking my kid to sleep. I listen to something. When I'm making dinner, my laptop is there in the kitchen. If I'm folding laundry, my laptop is there. You find this time with your hours. You don't say, "Oh, I can never find." No, that is an excuse. Like, I think it's just comes down to what we've all said. How badly do you want change? How
Yep.
badly do you want change? Nobody likes folding laundry. Personally, I don't. So sometimes even when I do my training while I'm folding, at least it's something exciting to do other than just kunja manguo. So you do your training there, or you put your laptop or your phone somewhere and you use that time just being more time is it time efficiency, ama being
Yes.
more
Yeah.
efficient with your time. Even Franco Aki, when he's on the loo, that's when he's on his phone. You know, being efficient with your time. Ukipika kitchen, kama unapika ugali ama unapika githeri yako, chukua laptop ama simu, fanya biashara yako saa hizo. Kunja manguo, fanya biashara yako. Ukienda na asubuhi kama unatembea, sikiza kitu if it's safe. On the train, do the same. Usiseme ati hauna wakati. Nobody has time for anyone. We all just make that time. It's how badly do you want things to
Change.
change? How badly do you want things to change? And then on that, don't expect them to change overnight. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing, it's a process. Everything is a process. And all good things come to those who wait. It's the same way hata wewe ukifanya kazi leo, okay, unless ni wages, unalipwa maybe kesho ama kesho kutwa ama at the end of the month. It's the same way. So you take your time, and it's a business. And after all, you do know businesses take up to 6 months for you to be able to see anything coming in, a year for good profits to come in. You take your time, you be diligent and consistent in what you're doing as you efficiently use your time, yeah, to do your business. Thank you.
That's true. Thanks. Thanks, Priscilla. And thanks for that because, as you guys have said, diligence, intention, all those are things, and desires, all those are things that make us, work so hard on our business and also wait in patience. If you plant an apple tree today, you don't expect to be eating apples tomorrow. You have to wait for months or even years sometimes, because it depends where you're planting it. So at the end of the day, you have to work hard on it, have faith in yourself, and believe, because you started this and you had asked for this. It came at the right time. Just believe that you will see what you've always wanted. And I'll finish by saying, as we always say at the end of our lives, you can reach out to any of us ladies if you want to know more about our business. If you're out there and wondering, what else can I do, what else, how, if I want that change, just reach out to us. We are always open, we're always ready to have a chat and to explain more, to answer your questions. But we always want to remind you, this is not a get quick rich business. It is something where your effort, your patience, your perseverance will give you the fruits at the end of the day. And all we say is thanks, guys. Thanks for watching us from wherever you're watching us from. Have yourself a lovely day. Have yourself a lovely afternoon. Have yourself a lovely night. And remember always to take care of yourself.
Thank you.
See
Yes.
you.
Bye.
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 Bye.